And we are back. So, like I was saying, we are going to join Nathan Angus, the managing director of the Wildfire Experience Agency, to hear about his will to win. So, feel free again to throw any questions in the box for that Q&A. And now I will hand it over to Nathan.
Okay, thank you very much. So, sorry for the delay, guys. So, I'm going to talk you through our will to win and what we think helps us to become a success and what helps us to push us forward all the time. So, who am I and what do Wildfire do? So, I am a proud husband and father to my little girl and managing director of Wildfire Experience Agency and all of its brands. I'm 40 years old. I've been in the industry for nearly 30 years. I first started my first job when I was 11 years old, where every weekend I would clean quad bikes at a local farm that ran children's quad bike parties. What can I say? We start work early in the north of England. At 14, my father bought the company as a side venture to his other business. His business of engineering ceased to trade when I was 16, and he had to go into events full time. In the time from then until now, we've had a steady growth, building up our equipment repertoire, and this included continual investments from ourselves with the little money we had at the time. Our growth was mainly down to our dedication and passion for events. Even now, as MD of the company, I still regularly go out on events. I work weekends, and my father, who is CEO and 64 years old, is exactly the same. In live events, we were doing events pretty much every day of the week. We traveled all over Europe, provided events all over the UK each day of the week. And then when COVID hit, we went virtual like everybody else. And we've traveled the world with our virtual events with clients ranging from multinationals to private parties in locations as far flung as California, Lebanon, Australia, Hong Kong, and many, many more. So what happened to us? Well, COVID-19. So nothing too big, just a global pandemic of which the world has never seen before, where in the majority of countries, people were not allowed to meet up and companies cancelled all events. So no biggie for the events trade really then. So what effect did it have? What effect did it have on us? Mass cancellations, no future bookings, no revenue coming into the business at all. And what was the effect of this? Well, in 2019, we were on course to have our biggest ever March. Things were looking good. We were feeling really positive. Then the phone started ringing and it was just cancellations, and it did not stop. The inquiries and event bookings were the only time the phone rang, and it was bad news. So every time it rang, it was somebody cancelling something. You could actively see the worry on all the members of staff's faces, including my father as CEO. Our government in the UK were making no statements or any help anyway, and no one knew what was going to happen. To put it bluntly, everyone was shitting themselves. So what did we do? Well, we refused to be beaten. Wildfire is a family-owned business. My father is my co-director, my mother and brother work here, and lots of the members of staff feel like family. There is no way we could give up. There was no way that we would not do something. I remember talking to my cousin who worked in video conferencing at the time and saying how bad it was. We were in the pub just before the pubs had closed in the UK, so we were out having a drink. And he said, just do online quizzes or something, use Zoom or MS Teams. Now, I didn't know a lot about these things, but I thought we have a duty to our staff. We have a duty to our customers, our family, and the industry. So after a few more pints, we came up with some more ideas and we formulated a plan. And what were the results for Wildfire? So we did more than survive, we thrived. We created over 20 different online events. That meant we could cater for clients multiple times. We could get repeat customers. The feedback we received meant that clients would tell other people about us. And to use our own name, our reputation with agencies and direct clients spread like wildfire. We won contracts and became suppliers to some of the biggest companies in the world. We got so busy that we brought staff back from furlough and added to the team. We are now looking for even more staff to balance the virtual and live events when they come back. In December 2020, we ran over 130 online events. We made the most profit in that month in the company's history. Now, I'm not going to lie, it was hard work providing events for many different time zones and working 24 hours a day some days, but the results meant we finished the year on a high and the staff felt secure and safe in their jobs. It also brought back the camaraderie and buzz to the team that a busy events company creates. And it also created a positivity for 2021. We knew we had done amazingly well, but this was just the beginning. With all the new clients we had, we knew we could only go from strength to strength from here. The feedback the clients gave had the team buzzing, and we were ready for the new year of 2021. So what makes the will to win? Now, I'm just going to go through a couple of things that I think makes the will to win. Gives you that energy, makes you want to push forward, and makes you believe that you're going to win all the time. So the first thing is belief. Believe in what you do and why you are doing it. You have to believe that what you are doing is going to happen. I knew that no matter what happened, we would make enough money to survive. There was no way in the world I was going to let this business fail. Now, I've seen the toll a failing business can have on a family, and I would not let that happen to my family. I looked at the different ways we could make money, and this was the best option I had. I will admit that when the pandemic first hit, I thought there's a good chance I could end up working for Amazon here, I could end up being a delivery driver or something like that. But that's not what I'm good at. I knew I had a certain skill. I knew that I would not be able to look at myself in the mirror if I didn't give it everything. I had to keep this company going, and my belief is that we are one of the best for our interaction with clients. This meant I had to stay true to my belief that we would succeed. And I knew the way we presented events live was the way we must present events virtually. They had to have personality. They had to have a live host, and they had to be interactive. Now, if you have something burning inside you, if you have a belief in the way something should be done, then you should embrace it. You should follow your belief, and that will take you where you want to go. If you don't go with what you believe in, you will be faking it, and you will get found out quickly. So another thing that makes the will to win. So I just grab another little sip of water. Is passion. Now, hopefully when you see me talk, you can see I talk with quite a lot of passion. Hopefully you can get through the Yorkshire accent I talk with as well. So hopefully it's understandable for everyone. But if you're going to do something, I believe if you're going to do something, do it with all you have. No half measures ever. Give it everything you've got. If you were to look back on your life, your reaction to the pandemic, and you thought, what if I did this? What if I tried a bit harder? Would you not be disappointed in yourself? Don't let that be an option. Everyone who is watching this will have a unique idea for an event or an event service, but that is your idea and your idea alone. The only person who can make that idea a reality is you. You have to grasp those ideas as if they were oxygen. You have to run with that until you can't run anymore. You have to show people you care, because people buy from people. And if you're passionate about something, you will engage other people and they will feed off your positivity about your project. So another thing that makes the will to win, hard work. So this is one that some people aren't too keen on, but you have to work hard. Now, I know there's a bit of a movement at the moment about work-life balance, don't burn out and everything like that, but that doesn't mean you can't graft. And we had to work hard. We had to work damn hard. To begin with, we furloughed everyone apart from my brother, who runs all our tech, and my father and I. So that meant we were doing everything. We would sell the events, we would do the admin for the events, we would host the actual events that we provided as well. There was a lot of work to be done, but with initially no revenue coming in, it was better to continue working 16-hour days and have staff still employed but on furlough than lose them and make them redundant. And if you have the belief and the passion to see your career, business, or idea thrive, then the hard work will come naturally. You have to decide what is more important to you. If going out with friends is higher on the list than working on your passion project, then you don't really care about your passion project. Everyone needs a work-life balance, but if you want to have something, if you want to succeed, if you want to win, then you have to put the work in. It's as simple as that. So what else? So something came to me while the pandemic hit, and it was collaboration over competition all the time. So when the pandemic originally hit, before that, everybody was competing with each other, especially in the UK. There's so many different event companies, and everybody was competing for different things. But I thought we can work with lots of different people. So we had to change our tact a little bit. So we went collaborate, cooperate, and contact. Our industry was in tatters. Everyone was struggling. And so in our mind, what was the point in competing with everyone? We wanted to collaborate instead. Now, we rang almost everyone we knew. So many agents, it was untrue. Other event companies, sole traders, venues, clients. We told them we had a solution to the lack of fun people were having. And we were paying good commission to anyone who sent us business. Now, some of these resulted in relationships that will continue long after COVID has gone, some of which have actually become good friends. Now, my coach, I have a business coach, my coach is Juliet Tripp, and one of her mantras is work hard and be nice to people. So whoever said you have to be self-centered to get to the top was wrong, or at least that's my belief. If the pandemic has taught us anything, it's that our industry is our tribe. We've all been through turmoil. We should all support each other and work together where we can. You cannot do everything yourself. You need a good team. You need colleagues. You need suppliers. You need general cheerleaders to help you achieve your own level of greatness. Never slam the door in anyone's face. Always have a conversation. People you may have thought you have nothing in common with can become great allies. With their help and advice, you can become a better person and help you achieve your win. So, obviously, I've listed some of these things just here. Now, what makes us at Wildfire different to everybody else? And it's quite simple. Nothing. Nothing. Some people may be at the beginning of their journey and need a little guidance. Some people may be tired from the constant negativity. Now, I'm very lucky. I have a fantastic support network, not only in my workplace and in my home life, but my online community as well. Now, I'm sure there are people who have achieved much greater success than we have in the pandemic. But I truly believe everyone who is watching this can be a massive success. You've already shown passion for your industry by just turning up today. You've already taken steps to improvement and learning. And if you stick to the same principles and do the hard work with passion and belief, you'll be able to become whatever you want to become. So remember who you are. Don't forget that. Remember who you are. And if you look up event and professional in the dictionary, this is what you get. Event, a thing that happens or takes place, especially one of importance. Professional, a person engaged or qualified in a profession. Now, people underestimate our trade. They underestimate our skill set and the fact that we have so many skills in our locker anyway. The great thing about events is the people that make up our trade. Now, being completely honest, I don't know all the differences between the different online platforms. I do know Event Cadence is the best, obviously, but I can't work OBS or any other platforms or anything like that. But as you can tell, I can stand in front of a camera and I can talk nonstop. Now, you have to embrace what your passion is. Where do your skills lie? And then chase after that. As an event prof, you might be the best organizer in the world. You might have the best attention to detail, or you may be one of the most enthusiastic people around that just loves engaging people. You have to embrace the you, and that will become your will to win. That is what will push you on to success. Our industry has been decimated by the pandemic, but I believe we can come back stronger than before, and we can all show how amazing we are. Because at the end of the day, we are motherfucking event profs. So, what if you fail? So what? So what? There is not one person who is watching this who has never failed at anything. But if you have the belief and passion for your project, you can go away, reassess, and come back stronger than ever. Everyone in life loves a comeback. Everyone in life will face a setback at some time. And it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to it. The pandemic was like a knockout punch to our industry, but we're still here. We're still fighting. And that in itself is an achievement. But me personally, I don't want to be an achievement. I want to be a winner. And winners win. And it doesn't matter if you win first time. It doesn't matter if you win second time. All that matters is that you win in the end. So if you fail, take heart in your belief. Take heart in your passion and try again. And if that doesn't work, try again and try again until it does. So why are you doing it? This is something that's very important. You have to think about your why. Why are you doing these things? Have a reason why. If you have times of doubt, if you ever have a time where you wonder, why am I doing all this? It's late at night, you're working. It's early in the morning, you're working. You're thinking, why? Why am I doing all these different things? And have something that you can hold on to throughout. Have a reason why. Now, you've heard me say already today that I need to succeed for my family. My overriding motivation in everything I do is to provide for my family. If you have something that drives you to push harder, to believe it will work, and to have passion for your project, then you'll be unstoppable. Find that inner motivation and that will to win, and nothing will hold you back. You will be phenomenal, and you will be a massive success. Now, this is how you can find out more information about Wildfire and more information about me. Now, thank you very much. And I believe we are going to go to Haley if we have any questions at all.
Question for you. What is the single most important skill for an event planner to succeed, in your opinion?
The single most important skill, so a lot of the things that people do in events, like lots of people do different degrees and things like that. And me personally, I haven't got a degree in events or anything like that. So I think the biggest skill, me personally, is to just work hard, to have a motivation, because a lot of things you can learn. Up until just over a year ago, we weren't doing online events. And you can see from our story just there that I'm used to interacting with people live. I'm used to talking to them and getting that energy back from the crowd. But you have to sort of get yourselves motivated again to do it when you're not getting any interaction from the crowd, or you're not getting any interaction because you're doing it as a virtual event. But if you have the motivation to learn all the time, then I started off just cleaning quad bikes. I've been riding quad bikes for 30 years now and things like that, but I've compared events in front of 5,000 people. I have run conferences for over 2,000 people. I've gone out and done all these different things, but I've learned all the way through. So a willingness to learn, which will come from your motivation.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. That why is so important. So I really thank you for your time today, and I apologize about that little glitch, but thank you for answering that question.
It sums up the year we've all had very well, doesn't it? So.
Absolutely. And next we are headed into the event session, which I'm sure after this I will have a lot to vent about.